All right, everybody, we're going to do some shopping today in our assignment for B7. And what we're going to be shopping for, we're really not going to buy anything, but we'll do a little shopping. But we're looking for different digital storage devices that we've talked about in class. And those storage devices need to have a certain storage capacity or certain storage space on them. So we're kind of combining what we learned in B6 with B7. B7 we're focusing on the ability to measure digital data and the storage space that these devices have on them. Okay, so in the B7 page here, you can click the assignment link, and we'll tell you to take you to the B7 assignment. Okay, and as always, you want to read through the instructions, check over the grading checklist, and check out the visual helper. If you want to pause the tutorial right now, you can do that if you haven't read those already. If you have, what we're going to be doing now, as the instructions tell you, is that we're shopping for 5 items here. Okay, and if you click on the shopping list, here are the 5 items that we're looking for. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to use a website called newegg.com. Maybe some of you are familiar with Newegg. But they basically specialize in all kinds of computer parts and accessories along with other digital parts and that sort of thing. So Newegg, a very common place where people go to buy different types of electronics and that sort of thing online. And what we're going to use, guys, is we're going to use the search bar here to help us search for items that are in our list. Now, I'm not going to do all of them here with you today, but we'll do a few of them together. Oops, there we go. All right, so as I look at my list, the first thing up there is a thumb drive, a 16 gigabyte thumb drive. Now, before I get too much shopping going here, I do want to go into my slideshow now, and I want to make sure that I have a slide ready to put images on as I find the items on my shopping list. This is where I'm going to gather the images. If you go back to the assignment here, what you need to do is once you find a certain item, then you are going to take a screenshot of it and place it on your slide that you made, right here, for our digital shopping assignment. So there's the slide, okay? And again, we're shopping our list here. The list is really in the checklist as well, so you can use the checklist if you want. So I'm looking for a 16 gigabyte thumb drive image. So I'm going to just go ahead and search thumb drives. All right, and just let that go ahead and search and see what they find. And what you're going to see is that there's all kinds of sizes and that sort of thing for thumb drives, and their capacities are pretty wide ranging. Oops, let me go back to my list here. So again, 16 gigabyte is what we're looking for. So I can just kind of thumb down through here, no pun intended on the thumb, or just kind of scroll down and see what I can find. I see a lot of 8 gigabyte ones so far. 8, got a lot of 8s here as I scroll down through here, so on and so forth. Oh, there's a 16 gigabyte one right there. You can see where it says 16 GB. That's what we're kind of looking for, 8. And you can just kind of search through here and look for them. And here's another 16 gigabyte. Now, the other thing I just wanted to point out to you here is that you can customize the capacity amounts for them to show it. So if you just want 16 gigabyte ones, you can click where it says 16 gigabyte here, and it will sort it now by those. And so these are all 16 gigabyte ones. You want to double check in the information here, but yeah, they're all 16 gigabyte ones. So what I want to do is find the one I want. Maybe you want a certain design. I don't know. You go with whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. I'll just go with this one, for example. I don't know, the red kind of sticks out to me. So what I want to do is I want to take a picture of this whole item here. Now, you can go to view details if you want, take a picture of that. That's kind of a bigger screenshot. This looks like a good size one to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and Apple Shift 4, Command Shift 4. And I'm just going to take a screenshot of this one. Okay. Like so. All right. And, of course, once I do that, it will create a screenshot up here on my desktop. I'm going to go over and just real quick type in what it is, 16 gigabyte thumb drive, so I can keep track of that. Okay? And then I'll go through and continue doing my shopping. So if I go back to the list here, I'm going to go down the bottom one now, 4 terabyte internal desktop hard drive. Now, I added the word desktop. We didn't really call it a desktop hard drive when we did it in our initial work with B6. But for the search to go right, you're going to want to add that in there. So type this out here real quick. All right. Internal desktop hard drive. That'll give us the right search for what we're looking for here. If you just type in internal hard drive, you get some different things to look at here. Now, don't forget, again, we need to go with, I believe it was a 4 terabyte internal desktop hard drive. Okay, and you can see that these kind of range. There's a 4 terabyte one right at the top. Okay, just make sure you read them carefully because this is 80. Now look at, there's a GB here, so this is 80 gigabyte, 120 gigabyte. There's all different sizes when it comes to these hard drives. And again, you can use the search, limit your search here based on capacity. So for example, we need 4 terabyte or higher would be the one that we're going with. You can search by different sizes. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that one to kind of get it sorted for me. Okay, and again, I can pick whatever one I want. Okay, so let's take a look. I'll go with the Western Digital one here. Okay, and again, I double check. There's 4 terabyte right there. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and take my screenshot of this one. All right, like so. And there it is right there. I'm going to go ahead and label it so I don't forget what it is. Like so. Okay, so you're going to do it for all 5 of them. I don't want to spend all your time here doing that right now. Once you get them located, or you can do it as you go, either way. I'm going to go back to my slide now, and I'm just going to take these, and I'm just going to drop them on my slide. Okay, like so. All right, and I can make them a little bit smaller so that they fit. All right, but I think what's interesting to look at here as we take a look at these, all right, is their price and some of the other statistics there. But when you think about 16 gigabyte for $9.99 and a 4 terabyte for $259.99, you see the correlation between the size of the device and how much they cost. But moreover, what we're taking a look at here is, do we understand these digital storage devices, and we understand how we measure their capacity? Okay, so go ahead and research all 5, and come up with some screenshots of some things that you found for all 5. You notice in the list there is an SD card, a pocket hard drive, which is the portable hard drive, kind of the same thing, and then an external hard drive, and each one has different sizes to them. But go ahead and search for those and see if you can find them. Don't forget about being able to kind of narrow down or limit the search on the side by selecting the capacity that you need. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. But I think this video should be pretty helpful in getting you to understand what we're looking for here. All right, good luck.